In JBoss EAP6, a domain will consist of hosts, and each host will have one or more servers. Every server must be part of a server group. A server group is simply a set of server instances that are all managed and configured exactly the same way. A server group can actually span separate hosts, and a host can contain servers that belong to different server groups. All of your server groups will be configured in the domain XML configuration file, and the servers themselves are configured in the host XML file. You can take a look at an EAP domain, such as the one on your screen, in a couple of different ways. You can take a look at it from the view of your hosts, which we have shown here, where each machine represents a single host. Machine 2 has a host controller with server H, machine 1 a host controller with server A and B, and so on. Each host is an EAP instance itself, and each server represents a separate instance of EAP, or a separate JVM running EAP. Our entire domain is this collection of hosts, laid out as machines 1, 2, 3, and 4, running servers A through G. If you prefer, you can look at your domain as a collection of servers. So from the server point of view, we have 3 different server groups: a dev, a production, and a QA server group. Individual servers in this group span different hosts and make up all of the services that are available for a particular collection of these servers. So for instance, server B and server G in our dev server group may have some very simple services installed and probably do not run a lot of clustering. Our production server group, H, C, E, and A, will have a far more robust set of services, including maybe clustered messaging, security services, and so on. And then separately, a QA server group, which has servers that are likely configured in a almost identical manner to the production server group, but which provide a subset of services used for quality assurance. Servers may be moved between server groups very easily. Their configurations can be dynamically changed to meet the needs of the system. You can move server F, for instance, from the QA server group to the production server group after you've reached the maintenance phase in your development. Or you can add more servers to your development server group if you're in crunch time and you need to add a whole bunch of servers so that a lot of development can be done very quickly. Notice server B, server G, server F, server D, these are not on contiguous hosts. So if we examine dev server group, we see server B and server G. If I flip back to the host view, server B is on machine 1, where server G is on machine 4. They're still going to be configured the same way. They'll have the same memory applied to them. They'll have the same services available, but they're running on completely different hosts. In our case, completely different machines as well. Different server groups can be configured with different profiles and deployments. You can also have server groups that run the exact same profile and the same deployments. So again, for instance, our QA group and our production group may have the exact same setup so that we're doing QA in an environment that is as close to production as we can possibly make it. A benefit of having these identical server groups is that you can support a rolling application upgrade where a complete service outage is avoided by first upgrading the application in one server group, testing it, and then upgrading the application in a second server group. In our next section, we'll take a look at how you actually configure a server group and add servers to it.